Hi, people folk. This is Tony Flying Squirrel from gorgeous Seattle, Washington. Just wanted to give a quick update. I shared a couple months ago, or about a month and a half ago, when I was down visiting family in California. My stepfather before he passed away, and my mom, and my sister, and my brother, and my son, and his fiancee Sarah, and my grandkids Autumn and Elijah. It was Elijah's fifth birthday, so we got to stay there the whole week. Anyway, one of the fun things about this trip was my son bought a house back in December, and he has about a 12 by 12 uh, constructed building behind his house. It's a full-on shed, but it's siding, you know, framed up and everything like normal. And he has a wood shop in there. So my son and I are quirky and nerdy when it comes to artistic things. My son didn't follow the guitar builder, luthier, player, all that kind of stuff like I did. He went a different path, and it's really interesting and eclectic. He builds these Nordic instruments called a talharpa, and he builds them completely by hand. No screws or nothing like that. It's all wood and dowel, that kind of stuff. Beautiful stuff. And I posted some pictures of him and I working together side by side in his shop, which was really fun. Standing in my son's shop working with him on some stuff. And one of the things that I was working on while I was there was a 1954 Russian mandolin that my son gifted me while we were there. So when he gave it to me, the action on it, the string height was really, really high. So in order to make it comfortable to play, I had to address that right away, at least what I could while I was there. I did more once I got it home. But anyway, this is it. This beautiful Russian handmade violin. It's considered a department store type of instrument. It's not a huge manufactured boutique one that would cost thousands of dollars. This is actually kind of on the inexpensive line. But what's interesting about this one is this is actually all hand painted on here. Really a beautiful instrument. So the string height, I lowered the bridge and I filed the nut slots to where the fall away going this way would make the break angle true on the edge of this. And I also lowered the string height at the nut. So you'll notice it's got reasonably very low action on this. Now, something that's traditional with these types of instruments is that mandolins, ukuleles, and violins are all tuned the same way, which after playing guitar for 50 years nearly, my mind doesn't think in those tunings, especially on a fretted instrument. It might look differently on the keyboard when I pull the keyboard over, but it's linear in my mind in the same way that a piano is, but you're just looking at a piano this way on a stringed instrument. So I thought, well, how can I make this fun to play right off the bat? So I tuned it. As you can see, it's got 8 strings on it. And when I tuned it, you take into consideration that this has a unison string for every string on here, unlike a 12-string guitar where you have a couple of unison strings and then octave strings accompanying the standard string. This has unison strings all the way across. And since it's already tuned up about a couple of octaves higher, I decided to tune this up like a bass. So E, A, D, G, but with drone strings. So that I could sit here all day long and riff out, rock and roll stuff on it in a way that I can play with. So it's so much fun. Who's ever heard Master of Puppets on a dang mandolin, right? Yeah, just it's so much fun. or Rush, or Queensryche. I mean, it sounds almost idiotic on a serious musical level, but for porch picking and just having fun, it's a lot of dang fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm already thinking of ways to incorporate this into a recording or two on a layered level. Um, but it's so much fun. And you know what? Whatever inspires you to play, and music is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to want to play, even if you're just playing on the porch. If it triggers ideas that are joyful and beneficial to your craft, why not? I have all kinds of stuff in here. I've got keyboards that I use. I have a native flute that I also play. I don't have to just be a guitar player. I don't even think of myself primarily as a guitar player. I think of myself as a musician. And I will use whatever is necessary to do the job, to get whatever's in my head out into a media platform that can be heard. So whether it's guitar, ukulele, mandolin, banjo, I don't care. To me, music is music, and I look at it this way. You have more than one Phillips head screwdriver in a toolbox, right? Because one Phillips head screwdriver will not work for every Phillips head screw. So that's why I love doing all these little quirky things to find inspiration. Whatever works for you, right? So it's a beautiful Friday. It's sunny out here in the Seattle area. Great day to get outside and enjoy the weather and find some inspiration of your own. So hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.